Hello, dear students. Today we are going to begin lesson number 11, past tense, page number 72. In this lessons, we are going to talk about the past tense as well as the past continuous tense. So these are the two tenses that we will be seeing in today's class. First, I will just tell you about what past tense is, along with that the usage in the sense, the conditions, okay, where we can use the past tense. And in the same way, I'll be letting you know about the past continuous tense as well. As you know, that the past tense talks about an action that took place in the past and is completed. It also expresses habitual actions in the past. This tense uses the past form of the verb with all the subjects. For example, okay, we can see it in the chart, okay, where it says like the first person singular, I went. First person plural, you can see there, it says we went. Second, you can see the second person singular is, what is that? You went. And second person plural, you went. And third person singular, he, she, it went. And the third person plural is they went. So this is the chart, okay, which you have to learn by heart. Okay, sometimes we make mistake, and that's why, okay, now we are going to discuss some of the points, okay, which is very much essential. Like these are some conditions, okay, which I'm going to give it to you so that you remember, or you be like sure of when to use the past tense. The first point is we use, okay, to see the certain things, okay, to express certain actions in the past tense when we see or when we express actions, okay, finished before the time of speaking. So something that has taken place, okay, earlier before you are talking about this one. Just like an example, I met her yesterday, we went to the hotel for dinner, he failed last year, did you enjoy your dinner? So these are some examples of the first point that I have already told you. Next is to express some past habit. So what is this? To express some past habit, okay, that we were doing in the past as a habit. Okay. So just for an example, we may, okay, quote here, just like the Hindu widows burnt themselves along with their dead husband. So this was a custom, this was a practice. Okay, it's a we can call it a habit as well, okay, which happened in the past. In the present, okay, this is no more. Just like during the life class also, I have given you an example of my grandfather liked a cup of hot milk at bedtime. So this is the example, okay, which I gave it to you during the live class. So let's move on to the third point, that is to make a polite request, to denote a present time. So sometime, okay, we will use the tense or maybe the sentences in the past in order to request. You see, okay, what through the example, I wanted to see the secretary if he is free. If the secretary is free, okay, I'm willing to meet. So that is what I mean to say when I say, okay, I wanted to see. Next one, could you please help me? This is also an example of what? Is an example of a way of asking questions or permissions, or it is a polite request, the way of asking. I wondered if you could give me a lift. I wondered if you could give me a lift. So these are the examples, okay, all the situations which I've already explained to you certainly, okay, tells or talks about the actions, okay, which happened in the past. And in these situations we will always use those things to express in the past tense. Hope it is clear to you. In case of any difficulty, please, okay, let me know. Now let us talk about the past continuous tense. I will tell you the chart first, and after that we'll be moving on to some other points, okay, which is very very important. So let's see the chart now. So the first person singular, I was going. Then first person plural, we were going. Second person singular, you were going. Second person plural, you were going. Third person singular, he, she, it was going. And third person plural is they were going. So dear students, okay, you must learn this chart also. Otherwise it sometimes it becomes really a difficult for us to express in the correct way. So we need to always remember the tenses to speak in a proper way. Otherwise we are going to make a lot of mistake when we talk to the others, especially, okay, when we write, or when I'm giving you something to write. So many of you are making mistakes, lot of problems in the grammar, especially in the tenses, and so many other mistakes that you make, but this is one of the major thing that you often do it. Let us talk about some situations, okay, where we use the past continuous tense. The first point is to express an action happening in the past. So what did I say? I said to express an action happening in the past. Just like an example, it was raining all night. What were you doing when the guest arrived? One more example, let's see. We were watching TV last evening. So this is the examples of the first point. Let us now move on to the next. It says to express an action in progress before another action in the past. So listen carefully. I'm going to repeat it once again. To express an action in progress before another action in the past. Okay, let's see with an example. The phone rang when she was watching television. So the phone rang when she was watching television. That means one thing was going on when another action took place. But both these actions happen in the past. One more example. We were having dinner when the bell rang. So we were having dinner when the bell rang. Next point, to express two actions in progress at the same time in the past. So to express two actions in progress in the same time in the past with while, or maybe we can use at that time. So let's see some examples. He was singing at the time, okay, at the time she was dancing. So at the same time we can also say, so he was singing at the time she was dancing. While I was reading, mother was knitting. So dear students, just remember all these examples, okay, which is being shown on the screen also. You just see and try to remember them. A habit, the next point is a habit in the past with always or continually. So he was always smoking, she was continually talking. That means something which was going on happening, okay, as a habit in the past. So these are some of the things, okay, which you need to remember. In the book also we have, okay, from page number 72 there are some other examples. Please do read them. In case of any difficulty, any kind of doubt, please let me during the live class, okay, so that I also come to know the problems or the difficulties that you are facing. Otherwise, okay, it is very very difficult for me unless you let me know. So thank you so much for watching the video.